Hello, it's Master Dean here, and we're doing another trans representation video. Today we're looking at Hainly Abrams from Mass Effect Andromeda. This is an interesting case because when they first appeared in the game, they received a lot of backlash because how it was handled, and it was handled really badly. However, later on, it got patched, and the character was somewhat better, but in my opinion, it was still pretty bad. I'm going to show you two clips of the character, pre-patch and post-patch, and then I'll explain my feelings on them.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Hainly Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
Back home, I was filling test tubes in some dead-end lab. People knew me as Steppin, but that was never who I was. I knew what I could do, and I knew who I wanted to do it as. Hainly Abrams, Andromeda Explorer. That's me. Feels good. Feels right.
Congratulations. Talk about a whole new life.
Thanks. Once my fiancé is out of stasis, it will be complete. When it's time, I'm hoping Bradley will perform our wedding ceremony.
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell, and he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work. Ryder, I was wondering if I could ask a favor. It's sort of professional and sort of not.
What do you mean?
EOS really needs a water purification technician. Our block has one assigned, but after everything that happened, he's still in stasis. He's my fiancé, so I can't ask for a fast track. Conflict of interest and all. But you could, would you?
I'll see what I can do.
That would be wonderful. His name is Evan Kendricks. Do you need anything in the meantime? I don't know what to say. Evan's here, and the outpost will have clean water. Thank you so much.
Love conquers all, even stasis.
I hope you've got formal wear, because we'd love to have you front row center at the wedding. And you could even take a shower beforehand in fresh EOS water.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
Back home, I was filling test tubes in some dead-end lab. People knew me as Steppin, but that was never who I was. I knew what I could do, and I knew who I wanted to do it as. Hainly Abrams, Andromeda Explorer. That's me. Feels good. Feels right.
What made you choose the name Hainly?
It's the initials of all my favorite places back home. My fiancé helped me pick it before we left. And now Evan's here to make it complete, thanks to you. When it's time, I'm hoping Bradley will perform our wedding ceremony.
So pre-patch, the character literally explains that they were a man in their previous life. They even mention their dead name. Yeah, this is a massive no-no. In my previous two trans representation videos, I praise games that have trans characters that are treated like people. They act like regular people, because that's what they are. They are people who are trans. However, here it feels like BioWare was ticking off a checklist, and they thought, okay, we need to add a trans character. They're gonna be a really, really dull character, but they're gonna say they were a man in a previous life, yeah, and they're gonna also mention their dead name. Yeah, that'll work. This is the first time in the series where I mention the term dead name. A dead name is a trans person's name from their previous self. For example, Ryan was their name when they were born. However, when they became trans, their name became Lucy. Ryan is their dead name. For most trans people, it's a very sensitive subject. Even for myself, only 2 of my close friends know my dead name. So for a character to tell a stranger up front, hey, I used to be a man, and my name used to be Stefan. It's really, really distasteful. Like, so many trans people, we're just people, we would never ever introduce ourselves like that. And I understand some trans people own their dead name as a form of empowerment, but still, that's a few, not the norm. Then Mass Effect Andromeda got a patch, and instead of Hainly just saying this information to the player, you do a quest and eventually she'll open up to you. I guess this makes it somewhat better, however it still feels rushed, it still feels clunky, and it still was handled really, really badly in my opinion. This also leads to the issue of BioWare when it comes to writing black characters and LGBT plus characters. For some reason, it always feels so rushed, and sometimes it's just racism. For example, Jacob from Mass Effect 2. Here it comes, I'm gonna say the naughty word, but BioWare really want to be woke. But if you step back and look at their history, they're the opposite. And a matter of fact, they've done more harm to the progressive movement. However, that deserves its own video. As always, I'm only one trans person and this is only my opinion, so if you're a trans person and you actually like this type of representation, let me know down in the comments why. However, for me, this is a great example of how companies and movies and video game studios have a checklist and they just want to insert characters to fill in a character type. Oh, we need to include a LGBT plus character, or a black character, so on and so forth. I really don't like this representation. I want characters to be characters. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it, but wait, there's more. I want to give a massive shout out and love to Kuma, who worked on the thumbnail for this video. They are so wonderful to work with, and their thumbnails, they've made several for me so far, and it's just incredible. I absolutely love it to pieces. Their work is always 10 out of 10. S rank, and they're just such a wonderful person to work with. Warning though, they do draw the naughty stuff, so be careful. Their links will be in the description. As always, this is an order, go and support them, check them out, check out their Patreon, check out their Twitter, do it. Links in the description, support them, support them, support them. Do it! Support Kuma now. Yo, you're still here? Maybe check out my Patreon? I want to try and make YouTube a full-time gig, so if you want to, totally check it out maybe? Or not, I don't know, I'm not your mama. Ugh.